Today's directed drawing, I want to do the picture of a nest with a parent bird and a little chick. Now it could be a robin, it could be a songbird, it could be a chicken. That's up to you, but we're going to do a beautiful nest with a parent bird and a little chick inside. I hope you like it. You're going to need paper, you're going to need a pencil, and then later you're going to need markers or crayons or paints to color it. If you're very, very lucky, your family might let you use a Sharpie, which is a really cool thing to use, so you can outline it and then color it with watercolors later, and the watercolors won't make your lines bleed. The black will really show up. This would be a really good drawing to give as a gift to someone in your family, someone special, who you want to say thank you to for taking such good care of you. Let's get started on that picture. Friends, there's two ways that you can have your paper. You can have your paper tall like a tower, or you can have your paper long and wide like a road. Today we're going to have it long and wide like a road. And officially, when you have your paper like this, it's called landscape, like you're looking at a beautiful view across the ocean or mountains. And this one here is usually called portrait, which means you'd be looking at a picture of a person with their shoulders, neck, and head. Portrait, landscape. And today it's landscape. We are going to draw a beautiful picture of a nest with little baby birds in it and a parent bird. And I want you to imagine that this is your family and that that parent bird is someone who's very, very special to you. The first thing we're going to do is find the middle of the bottom. Okay, so the middle is probably right here. And then I want us to find the very top left corner. You see that there? The middle bottom, top left corner, and we're going to draw a line joining those two parts together. Just one straight line. There you go. I'd like you to make that line a little bit thicker now. It's going to look like a branch. So I'm going to copy close to the line, but not exactly. It's okay if it's wobbly because this is supposed to look like a tree branch. Now I'm going to shoot off another branch. This branch is going to go from the middle of this side. Between these two sides, we'll go to the middle. I'm going to put myself a dot. I'm going to give myself a dot right there. And a little bit up this branch. Not too much, just a little bit up this first branch. And we're going to connect the dots. La la la. Connect the dots. La la la. There we go. I'd like you to make that twig a little bit thicker too, please. There you go. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Miss Lisa, this looks nothing like a tree branch. It will. Hang on. There we go. I wanted to zoom in a little bit so you could see more of the detail. To make it look more like a tree branch, we're going to have little twigs coming off of it. So I'm going to touch this big branch and come out to the edge of the paper, and I'll do another twin to match. There's another little branchlet. I could do another one up here too. Touch the branch, come off to the edge of the paper, and do another one to make it look thicker. Oh, that's fun. I'm going to do some down here. Touch the branch and come off of the edge of the paper, and a twin to match. And maybe one more up here, and a twin. To make it look very much like a tree, I'm going to add some leaves. And the leaf just looks like a rainbow, and then an upside down rainbow closing it up. Looks a little bit like an eyeball. If you want to be extra fancy, after you make the leaf, you cut it in half. Hi-ya! Like that. Rainbow, upside down rainbow, cut it in half. Hi-ya! We'll put some more here. Rainbow, upside down rainbow. And some of your leaves can be big. Some of them can be small. And then put some over in this area too. Try not to put any down here because we're going to put our main drawing in the middle. We're just going to do it around the edges. Not all leaves look like that. Leaves come in lots of different shapes, and the more you look at trees and plants, you'll start to see that there's so many different shapes. But the simplest leaf, like the leaf that you'd find in arbutus, is a rainbow, an upside down rainbow, and then cut it in half. Yeah, there we go. Let's get back to the middle of our drawing. Right here, where the two twigs meet is this nesty little triangle shape. We're going to draw in that triangle shape kind of a bowl like that. Then, going back and forth quite quickly, I'm going to fill in that triangle with a bunch of pencil marks. I'm not going to lift my pencil off the paper. I'm going up and down and up and down and making a bunch of lines. Do you know what that's supposed to be? Yes, it is. That's supposed to be our nest. Right on. So I've added a lot of lines because they look like twigs and sticks and bits of grass that the birds would use to make their nest. I'm going to add a little bit of a curve up at the top here to make the nest look really cozy and safe in there. Like it's not going to fall out of this tree. There. When you finish doing your sticks, you can, then we'll move on to the family inside, but you can add more sticks if you want, if you think you just need a few more. I want you to think of who is in your family, and I want you to think of the children, the number of children who live in your family. That could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, depending on the size of your family. It could be even bigger than that. However many children you have in your family, I would really like it if you could make that many chicks inside your nest. So in my family, there's no children, but I'm going to pretend, for myself, I'm going to pretend that there are 3 children in the family. So if you only have 1 child in your family, way to go, that's perfect. You're going to put 1 circle in your nest. If you have 2 children, please put 2 circles just floating above your nest. If you have 3 children, 3 circles. If you have 4, you can do 4 circles. 5, you could do 5 circles. Now for each one of these circles, I want you to touch the circle and do a nice rainbow all the way to the nest. See, like that? There we go. Woo, woo, zoomy zoom. I'm going to touch this little chick's head here, and I'm going to do another rainbow going down to the nest. See, just like that? Let's do the next one. Little rainbow, stop at the nest. Touch the head, rainbow, stop at the nest. Same over here, and the same over there. And you do that for all of your little baby chicks. The next part is we're going to give them open mouths, and baby chicks usually look up at the parent bird who feeds them and keeps their mouths or their beaks open wide. So we're going to draw the letter M. The letter M on the top of each of these balls. But I'm going to draw the letter M a little bit tricky. Usually we start at the sky and pull down to the ground. I'm going to start by going up. I'm going to touch the chickie's head, go up, down, up, down. It almost looks like a little crown. I'll do another one. Up, down, down. One more. Up, down, down. There we go. If you'd like to have sleepy little chicks, you'll draw the letter C, but backwards. So backwards letter C. Just like that. On their little faces. To make it look like their eyes are closed and they're waiting for their parent to feed them. If you want to add some little wings, you can do that too. You can add a little wing-a-ling here, a little wing-a-ling there, a little wing here. Little wings. The next part we need to do is the parent bird. So we're going to draw a parent bird who feeds them. Now depending on the bird, that could be the mother, or it could be the father, or it could be both. They might take turns doing that. So I'm going to draw just where their little beaks are pointing, hovering here, a ball. And it's going to be pretty big. Smaller than the nest, but bigger than the chick's head. There. Just like that. And pointing down to the baby chicks, I'm going to draw 2 very thin triangles. I'm going to touch the parent bird's face, come down in a long thin triangle, and then go up, 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 up like that. I'll do another one. Come down and go up. That looks nice. In the middle of the parent bird's face, I'm going to put an upside down rainbow, just like this. There's a sleepy parent bird, but if I want the parent bird to be wide awake, on top of that upside down rainbow or that little boat, I'm going to put a big round circle. Color black inside like a pupil. Remember that? And there's my sweet parent bird. Let's give them a body, shall we? Attached to the head, right down here, we're going to do another big circle. Just like that. Now off the back of that big circle, pointing up to this corner here, I'm going to do another triangle, but it's not going to be dainty like these ones. It's going to be quite big, like a big piece of pizza. I'm going to come away from her body, or his body, and come back down like that. Do you see this line right here? Yeah, I don't love it because it makes it look like the body and the tail are two different parts. So I'm going to erase. Oh, that's not a very great eraser. Pardon me. This is a much better eraser. So I'm going to erase the line that separated the parent's body from the tail. If you want the tail to look very realistic, you might add a few bumps on the tips. And those bumps will look like, yeah, that's right, it'll look like feathers. Just some bumps like that. What are we missing? Definitely, we're missing wings and legs. So because we're looking at only one side of the bird, we are going to add just one wing. So do you see this nice curve here for that parent bird's tummy? I'm going to do another one, but it's going to come off the body like that. Whoa! Then I'm going to bring it back, just like that, and stop. I'm going to need that eraser, not you. This one. See that line there? Same thing, let's erase it. You could add some bumps on the end of the wing as well. Birds have very rigid feathers, primary feathers, on the ends of their wings. They're quite stiff and it gives them a lot of push so that they can fly. What am I missing now? Oh, yes, right. The legs. I'm going to put a little bump, bloop, like almost like a little drop of water, and another one on the tummy of that bird. And just like when we drew our baby chick, I'm going to erase the line on this one, but I'm going to leave that line there. I like it. Now we're going to draw some very thin legs coming down. Just touch that drip of water and bring it down towards the branch. Let's zoom in a little to see those feet. Remember the bananas we used to bake the baby chick? We're going to do some bananas here too. I'm going to touch the bottom of the leg. One banana back. Two banana on the twig. Three banana wrapped around the twig. Four, the little back claw. And try it on the other side too. One banana over the twig. Two banana wrapped around the twig. Three banana around the twig. And four banana. Wherever those little toes have crossed over the twig, you can erase it if you like. Some birds are really experts at hanging onto branches, and they take those claws and they wrap them around really, really, really tightly. I want this bird to look very realistic, so I'm going to put little tiny lines on its toes and around its legs, because birds have scaly kind of skin around their legs. There we go. Alright, I was looking at my bird and I wanted to make its face look a little bit more friendly. Hi Tash. That's my cat Tash. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this eye a little bit rounder. Your bird eye probably looks very friendly, but mine needs a little bit of work. And I'm going to color the whole thing nice shiny black. And already that looks a little bit friendly. And then off the top, I'm going to give this bird a few little eyelashes to make it look very friendly. There we go. Let's take a zoom out, see what it looks like. There is your whole picture. Now a really great idea right now would be to trace it with Sharpie and then color it with watercolor, or use markers and crayons and just color right over it. You can make the bird any color you want. You could give it an orange breast and brown feathers to make it a robin. You could make it blue if you want it to be a bluebird, or you could make it beautiful brown colors to make it a sparrow, or a black head to make it a junco. And your baby birds can be whatever color you wish as well. If you want to give this as a gift to someone, you might want to write "I love you" on it. So I'm going to write "I love you" here. I, meaning yourself, I love I love you. I love you. And then we put an exclamation point on the back instead of just a period if we're really excited about something. And again, and if it's a gift, you probably want to write your name down at the bottom, especially in the bottom right hand corner. That's what artists usually do. But don't write Miss Lisa. Write your name, okay? You're not Miss Lisa. Alright. I hope you do a beautiful job coloring your picture, and I hope you give it to someone special this weekend. It will be a really lovely gift. Thanks for drawing with me, friends. Bye.